Hello everybody, hey, how you doing? It's Rob at Old Style Classics Baseball Cards, July 17th, 2024, 5:05 p.m. California time, and about ready to show you guys some Denny's cards, but before we do that, I'm going to do a quick episode to wrap up a few things, a few cards that I didn't really have anywhere to put, and I also got an eBay in the mail today, so I kind of want to open that because it'll go along with one of the cards I recently picked up, I believe. And a few quick shout outs. Let's see here. Pepino Man commented awesome stuff with his Bugs Bunny stuff. Shoebox Legends. Oh man, so cool. I've been catching up on some of your content, so I'll try to find that video. Thanks a lot. Checking out his Josh Gibson cards. Much appreciated. So I told him about my Josh Gibson postcard box loader. You can go back and look for that. Pretty early on my page, but I've showed it over times. TCB. It's taking care of business again. Oh man. Awesome Kelly Crunch. Thanks. You have a great day too. Great night. Diver Dave. Saying hi to the wife. And Commenting Collector once again has chimed in. Thank you, Commenting Collector. Said he would have put me up for the All-Star thing, but he can only choose so many, but that's okay. Not a lot of people know about my page, and my page isn't for everyone. As you can see, like I was talking about the other day, somebody didn't like the fact that I showed the base cards backs on the Bowman Chrome Platinums, Topps Chrome Platinums. Hey, I got 143 subscribers. I guess that one guy isn't going to be one of them because, God forsake, I showed the backs of some base cards on some Chrome cards that are like 4 to a pack. You can get like 8 packs. Anywho, that's okay. Alright, so before we move on to the eBay, I'm going to show you this card. So, hey, this is kind of goes hand in hand with my Code Breaker episode. That old ASR Roy. Hey, you're still winning ASR Roy. Nobody else is playing along. So, a couple more days. Looks like you'll be the winner, big winner. All right. This card would go along with that little Code Breaker card, and old ASR Roy would understand why. But check this one out. This is pretty cool. This is from GM, General Motors. So even General Motors did cards, and there's a Ted Williams showing him 1941 image of him there. Let's bring out our special little pointer here that everyone knows what that is. GM. That's pretty funny. And this is from Upper Deck. So as you can see on the hologram here, in case you couldn't tell where I was pointing with my finger, there's Upper Deck. And let's see what this thing has to say. This is authenticated. I don't even understand why they have that. Let's see. Upper Deck authenticated. Oh, so I guess people were worried that this card could be forged, I suppose. I don't like why anyone would. This says 1994 Upper Deck in the small print in here. And so that's pretty sweet. Nice little oddball card from Upper Deck. We will be seeing some more Upper Deck oddball stuff when we get around to the some of the Denny's cards. So if you like, you could pause that and read that. I'm not going to spend too much time on there. It's kind of interesting back. A little bit different there. See, as I talked about with the OBAC cards, look at old Ted Williams. He came up through the San Diego Padres of the PCL. Just like those OBAC cards that I did for my VR for Rob, a Commenting Collector. All my beat up OBAC cards. Well, like I said, as you can see, that's way before the Giants and Dodgers moved west. So the PCL was like the major leagues in the West. So they probably should get a little more love in the hobby. That's really an attractive card, 94. So, you know, Upper Deck only been around for 5 or 6 years. That's a pretty nice looking card. It's got the whole GM thing, so that actually will kind of go along with the next cards that I show. But that's cool. So I guess GM jumped on board, so to speak, when it comes to oddball cards. Hey, dag nabbit, folks, I already lost the I thought I lost my top loader. So what does that card have in common? It's an oddball, obviously, because it's for GM. I have no idea how you would have got this. I don't know. Do you have to buy a car and then you would get one of these limited edition cards? That seems a bit extreme, but maybe it was like a conference or something they had. Maybe it says right there in the writing. But what's the connection with that and the Andre Dawson team set that I got the other day? Well, you know what GM makes? General Motors. And what does it take to make a engine run? But nothing like a little Marathon Oil there. So that is a Cub set from 1991. And you can go back and look at my Cubs David Berg hot dog set that I picked up in 1987. Team set. Andre Dawson. The first Greg Maddux card ever in Major Leagues, and Jamie Moyer. Ryan Sandberg, Lee Smith, Billy Williams. So now I picked up a few more of these team set ones. So here's the 91. So that might give you a little clue as to what we got here. I'm assuming from Atlanta, Georgia. Ooh, doggy. Man, I bet you it's mighty, bless your hearts, muggy down there in Georgia right about this time of year. All right, folks. It's 80 degrees, so at least the temperature went down here a little bit. It was near 100 last week, so it's cooled off a bit in the Bay Area. Still haven't heard back from Rick Vintage Oddball Cards. I sent him an email and even posted on his video about the cards that he was selling. And one of the cards I want to pick up from him, but he never responded, so I don't know. Maybe old Rick's busy. Alright, so I got this card for under $6. Got the little receipt in here, but paid through the nose for shipping, folks. They stuck me on shipping. That's not going to get them a good grade on what do you call it, feedback. When the shipping on a card like this is as expensive as the card itself, that's a bit ridiculous. Alright, so now we're going to jump ahead in 1992. So I believe I have 87, 88. What was this one? 91 and 92. Might have the 89. So I think I need the 1990 or either in the 1990 or the 89. But here it is, another Andre Dawson team set from Wrigley Field. Hey, that's the first time they didn't use this Chicago Cubs thing on there on the front. Those are particular to the team card set giveaways at Wrigley Field. And that's a really pretty card. That's a nice image of him batting there. Yep, they don't even have that image on the back, so nevertheless, that's pretty good shape. Andre Dawson, who is my PC. Marathon Oil, an American company serving America. 1992 Chicago National League Ball Club. So they don't need Major League Baseball or anyone's permission. They own the team. So there we go. Another Andre Dawson. I guess I could have pulled out the other ones to give you the whole run that I have right now, but we'll do that in the future. So there's some oddballs to entice you to go to a game at Wrigley Field. They give you some cards those days. That's really cool, and that's a little more modern. I don't know, just a little different. The one I'm missing is kind of like a card, like a big yellow or something like that around here with like a offset card kind of in there, like then and now or something like that. You'll see in flagship. But there we go. So Teddy ball game. You need some oil for Marathon to get your GM pickup truck running. But two of the greats in baseball, Teddy ball game, not the nicest guy from what I understand, and Andre Dawson, one of the most intimidating guys, but one of the nicest guys. So there we go. That is my eBay for the day. Since the video is only running real short, I've been sitting on these for a while, so I don't know if Dawson's in this set, but let's give it another try. I haven't opened any of these in a while, and I haven't opened anything in a while, so I'm kind of chomping at the bit, folks. I want to open some cards. And these are oddball-ish. They're not straight up oddball cards, but they're kind of an odd set. These large, big baseball cards, 3rd series. Alright, the wife should be coming home anytime now. These are 1989s. So I think Dawson would be in one of these sets. Alright. As big as these cards are, you'd think they'd be more sturdy. They're kind of got a little bleed on the printing, it seems like, too. Like, it's just the design. But Kirk Gibson there. World Series hero one time. So there's Mr. Kurt Harold Gibson. These cards are mostly going to be well-known players, probably. It's a smaller set. Rafael Palmeiro. Former Chicago Cub rookie, Rafael Palmeiro. Infamous. Alright, here's a name from our past. Mr. Ellis Burks. Sorry, dude, whoever that user or whatever was, but I'm going to show you the back of these cards because they deserve it. Because the backs are probably the most interesting thing about these cards. There's a little comic book there. Alright. Rafael Ramirez for Houston Astros there. Houston. Thanks everybody for watching my episodes with the random boxes and packaging, like the Snowgurt and Mike Trout Super Pretzel stuff and all that. Appreciate you guys watching. Alright. Damaso. I think he's stuck to somebody else. Yes, he is. So you can stop and read about whatever. Wow, look at that name. From the Dominican Republic. Some good cigars. Alright. Mike Lavin. Alright, there you go, Mangini. LaVallerie. Looks a little like John Kruk over here in this action photo. Alright. And Dave Henderson. Remember old Dave Henderson back in the day? Alright. So, Kirk Gibson, probably the best out of that. Alright, people, let's do one more here. And if anyone's curious about that ASR Roy, what I'm talking about, I mean, I'm not going to spell it out for you folks. It's a bit of a mystery, but just want y'all to have fun trying to figure that out. Pretty simple. Roy got it pretty quick, like literally within 2 or 3 minutes of me posting. So, alright, these I don't like as much, but this is very much like the Andre Dawson that I'm missing from that Cubs team set. So the one I'm missing kind of looks like, take that photo of him out, You know, it's got that red, and then this thing's off. So they have a card like that. Dawson from Wrigley Field. So Tim Burke. But I do like the backs. Pretty nice. Pretty straightforward. Very bright. Alright, here we go. He was a solid superstar. They call him Benny there, but Benito Santiago has one of the coolest cards from the 80s or 90s or whatever. This is 1990. One of my favorite cards from that era is the one where it shows Benito Santiago looking straight up at a foul ball that went straight up above him as catcher. Kevin Mitchell. There you go, Giants fans. Mr. Kevin Mitchell. Pretty good star there. Look at him in 1989. 47 home runs. With a .291 batting average, so pretty good. Let's see. 6 triples, 34 doubles, not bad. 100 runs in 154 games, so same number of games as old Ruth and them would have got to play back in the day before the 162. Let's see, where's his RBIs here? 125, so man, what a year. Did he win them MVP? He must have been in the running. Wow. Good job, Kevin Mitchell. And that's at San Francisco. Candlestick wasn't the easiest place. Willie McGee. All right, Mr. Willie McGee. Another speedster for the St. Louis Cardinals there. Hey, look at that. Willie's baseball idol was Hall of Famer Roberto Clemente. So that's pretty sweet. Hey, here we go. Finally got a Hall of Famer, people. It's Carlton Fisk in the horrible Chicago White Sox outfits, but not their worst. That hat, it's okay, but then the Sox came out with the current hat, and that was just epic. There you go, Carlton Fisk, Hall of Fame catcher. His cousin played in the NFL there as a punter. Yeah, that's interesting. All right, let's give old Carlton some more time in limelight. There's one Hall of Famer you just don't hear about all that often when it comes to cards. All right, a few more to go, folks. A few more to go. We'll get an Andre Dawson. I'm not feeling it today. Mark Gubicza. Hope I didn't trash your name. Alright, Marquise Grissom. There's another pretty solid superstar. So, Marquise Grissom. Yeah, these cards are fun. And they were pretty cheap back in the day, and they're probably cheaper now than they were then. They're 25 cents right now to get these at hobby shops, and they were probably like 35 cents or maybe same price back then. Alright, last but not least, Ron Darling. There you go. One of the Mets aces or rotation guys. Alright, Mr. Ron Darling. 14 and 14 in 89, but 87.55. So, yeah, pretty solid pitcher. And he was going to college in the off season. So, good for him. Alright, so, I don't know, folks. Carlton Fisk, pretty solid. Benito Santiago. Say Kevin Mitchell. Carlton Fisk are your real winners from that break today. So there we are. We're all caught up on these big baseball cards that I've been having sitting around. But really, there it is. Andre Dawson and Ted Williams. Alright, everybody, thanks for watching. Please like and share this stuff with other people, and subscribe if you like. That would be nice. And shout out to all you folks. Thanks for watching Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. See ya.